Welcome to Volunteer Scotland Disclosure Services existing PVG scheme member application form training for enrolled organisations. We're going to look at completing the existing PVG scheme member application form. This application is to be completed by the applicant and the organisation. However, please check with the applicant that they are already a current member of the existing PVG scheme. The fields marked in yellow are mandatory fields and may require additional information. Part A. A1. Scheme membership statement, scheme membership statement countersigned are not available through Volunteer Scotland Disclosure Services. Scheme record. You should select this option if you are an existing member of the PVG scheme but have not been previously checked for the workforce that you have selected at A2. A3 must then be crossed no. For example, you have previously been checked for children and now you need to be checked for protected adults. A2. Please mark the workforce you will be carrying out regulated work with. A3 would be no. A4 will be no. A5 and A6 are for additional information. Scheme record update. You should select this option if you have previously been checked for the workforce that you have selected at A2 and have been issued with a scheme record for this workforce. A3 must then be crossed yes. For example, you have previously been checked for protected adults and another organisation wishes you to work with protected adults. See Part A on the application form. A2, please mark the workforce you will be carrying out regulated work with. A3 will be yes. A4 will be no. And A5 and A6 is for additional information. Please note, if an applicant has been checked for both workforces and is now working with one workforce, then this will be a scheme record update. Part B. This section is to be completed by the applicant. B1. Please enter your PVG ID number, which is 16 digits long and can be found halfway down on your certificate, or you can call Disclosure Scotland on 0300 0200 040 if you have mislaid it. B2. Please cross the box next to your title. If your title does not appear in the list, please give your title in section marked Other. If you have more than one title, you should provide the title you would like to appear on your certificate. B3. You should provide the surname you are currently known by. B4. You should provide your first name. If you have any middle names, they must also be provided here. B6. Please provide your date of birth. B7. If there are changes, please mark yes on the application form and supply details on a separate A4 paper and attached to the application. The changes may be name, address or gender, and please put the application barcode number from the top of the application onto the A4 paper. B8. Have you registered with any registered body listed since your last PVG application? Mark an X in the appropriate box. If yes, complete B9 to B10 and or B11 to B12. B11 to B12 are relevant only if you're a member of more than one of the bodies listed. Please refer to the table of regulatory body membership codes. This information can also be found within our guidance notes on our website at volunteerscotland.net under Disclosure Services in the Resources section. Part C. C1 and C2. Declaration is to be read and understood, signed and dated by the applicant. Date must be within a 6-month period of submission to Volunteer Scotland Disclosure Services, and if the date has been amended, this must also be initialled by the applicant. Part D. D1. If you're a volunteer in a qualifying voluntary organisation, you should cross yes in D1. Please leave the rest of Part D blank. If you are a paid member of staff and your application is being paid by the applicant or the organisation, you should cross No at D1. D2 will be blank and complete D3 with the relevant payment details. The preferred method of payment is credit or debit card and should be completed in sections D3 to D9. However, you can use a cheque or postal order per application if no credit or debit card is available, but this option may be withdrawn by Disclosure Scotland in the future. If the application is for a student placement and is a mandatory part of the student course or qualification, this is to be treated as a paid position. D10. If you are paying by voucher, please provide your voucher number. Part E. This section is to be completed by the organisation. E1 is yes or no. E2, organisation name of the organisation that is recruiting the applicant. E4, enter the agreed position of the applicant. If the position has not been agreed by our enrolment and assessment team, you must complete the relevant checklist. However, please contact our office on 01786 849 777 for clarification regarding the correct checklists. E6 to E8. Please cross the documents you are checking to confirm the identity of the applicant. If you are checking documents other than those specified, you should cross Other and detail the documents at E7 and E8. It is your responsibility to ensure the person completing the application form is who they say they are by checking their identification. The minimum identification you should check is either one document with a photograph and one document with their current home address. Please note that these must be two separate documents. Or, if no photo identification is available, you must see 3 documents, 2 of which have their current home address. Documents confirming their home address should be issued within the last 3 months. If you do not check sufficient identification, the application may be returned to you. Please refer to our guidance notes on our website at volunteerscotland.net under Disclosure Services in the Resources section for the list of identification documents. If the applicant has recently changed their name and their identification documents are in their previous name, you require to check further identification. For example, if an applicant has recently married, a marriage certificate will be used as supplementary evidence. Please note, a PVG certificate is not an acceptable form of ID. E9. This should be left blank. No further sections of this form should be completed. Sections E10 to F2 will be completed by us at Volunteer Scotland Disclosure Services, as we are responsible for countersigning the application on your behalf. Part G. This section is not to be completed. Completing the cover sheet. The cover sheet is used to check that only those entitled to access disclosure information are requesting it. When we receive the cover sheet, we will check that the name, codes and signature provided match those held by us in our records. The cover sheet is available to download on our website at volunteerscotland.net under the heading of Disclosure Services in the Resources section. Once the application is fully completed and has been checked by the organisation and that all fields are completed correctly and additional information has been supplied, please send the application to us at Volunteer Scotland Disclosure Services, Jubilee House, Forthside Way, Stirling, FK8 1QZ. If you require any further information, please call us on 01786 849 777 where our staff are ready to help with your inquiry.